morning. Welcome back. 8 o'clock right now on GMSA Plus, right here on KSAT Plus. Again, keeping that conversation going throughout your morning as you're getting your morning started, whether you're on your way to work, in your house, cooking breakfast for the boo thing, whatever you're doing. Hopefully you got us turned up because, again, we're giving you all the news, those little special nuggets of things that you want to talk about or you want to hear about.
Yeah, all right, you got me thinking about a lot of different things. We're fans of The Office, right?
Yes.
Make me think of when Michael Scott, he says, I like to wake up to the smell of bacon.
Bacon, yes, and he burned his foot.
Yeah, and he burns his foot on the George Foreman grill. So shout out to all my Office fans right there. I know Justin's rocking some Office socks, as a matter of fact.
He?
But
come here.
Yeah, he is.
Come
Look
in
at that.
here.
Okay,
let's get Justin in.
Oh, there we go.
I want to talk to you because Mr. Man refuses to watch The Office. What you doing wearing those
white
socks?
Shroot. Someone
And
gave them to
they're
me.
Beats. Yeah, of course, Beats.
I had no
His
idea what
beet
they
farm?
were when I
Really?
got them.
Okay.
Someone had to explain it to me. I did not watch The Office.
Yeah.
I'm one of
We're trying to get him to watch it. Yeah. One weekend we're just
Someday.
gonna trap you into a room and have to watch all the Office episodes.
Who's got that kind of time? Not me.
Oh my goodness. Well, you have time to tell us about this good old weather, I tell you much, because again, today,
I like 'em.
very, very chilly in comparison to yesterday morning. And as I mentioned, again, I am the type of person that will put my trash cart out. And then when I come home, I'm like, I get that tomorrow. I should have gotten it before when I got home yesterday because it felt much better this morning. And guess what? Still sitting out there this morning because it's cold.
You're talking about that. Hopefully the HOA and keeping an eye on
don't
you
come
there.
Don't come for me, man. Don't come for me today.
Neighbors, send an email right now.
No cold weather clauses in there.
It's cold. Chilly, not like terribly cold. Okay, so we're at 39 right now, 37 in New Braunfels, 39 Converse, 38 Stinson. We had some clear skies this morning, which allowed those temperatures to come down a little bit. But as we get into the afternoon, boy, it's going to turn into a gorgeous day. 64 degrees this afternoon. Most of us will be in the mid-60s. You honestly can't beat that in mid-January. It's exactly what you'd love to see. And as we get into the weekend, that's when things change. Of course, we're going to get that much colder air next week. So here's the latest thinking on that strong cold front. Go ahead and plan for cold air by Sunday. That's happening. That much is for sure happening. It will be windy. We'll see wind chills in the 30s. Hard freeze Monday morning. Go ahead and plan for that. We feel confident that temperatures will dip into the 20s. It will be very cold. Here's what's changed. And this happens. Computer models have kind of flipped a little bit. They're backing off of that precipitation chance, a wintry precipitation chance. And that's the risk you run. You get this far out, things are going to change, especially when it comes to precipitation. That's what is changed this morning. And we've backed off of those chances a little bit. So if you're hoping to miss school Tuesday into Wednesday, sorry. Looking like it may be cold, but not necessarily damp. Weekend forecast, 60 on Saturday, windy. That's a transition day. Sunday, 46, windy and cold there. There's where we get those wind chills in the 30s. And winds are going to be a problem Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay, the yellow bar here represents gusts. Green is the wind speed, but we should see gusts 25 to 30, I'd say Saturday, Sunday. But even into Monday, and Monday is going to be a cold day, so you factor in those winds, and it will be pretty brutal for the MLK March Monday morning. Know that wind chills could be in the teens and 20s. All right, here's the futurecast. And this is just one computer model, okay? And they've all been kind of all over the place. That's what you would expect. We get a little disturbance rolling in. We got another one that's along the coast. That may throw some moisture in our direction, but notice that this particular model doesn't even want to put any precipitation in over parts of South Texas, and that's kind of the change. And what happens is we have these lows that are out over the Pacific, right? It's not until they get over the land where we can actually get some data from them that things start to change a little bit and the models get a really good handle on what will unfold. And that's part of the reason why things have changed a little bit. So as we look at the 7-day forecast, we talked about the weekend. Monday, we start off at 26. We only make it to 39. There's that small chance of a light mix Monday night, Tuesday morning. Again, very, very small chance it would be light too. There are some small chances Tuesday and Wednesday as well. But we'll continue to monitor this. It probably will change a little bit more before it's all said and done. But bank on the fact that Monday especially will be a cold day.
Okay. We're going to be wrapped up as well because apparently we're going to be out there
We're
all
going to
morning
be out
long.
there, yes,
Which is
along
fine.
with
It's
the
fine.
hundreds of thousands of marchers and those organizations that take part in it. So if you guys are out there, stop
Yes.
by and say what's up to
Please,
us.
please.
Because, yeah, Jeff, you're going to be out there. Well, so we're going to
So
wrap
we're
up.
both going to be out there with this
We are,
GMSA Plus.
Yes, GMSA Plus.
Starting at 6 or 7.
Yeah, once we're
Ish.
done with the 6
Yes.
a.m. show, we're going to get out there and then do this show from out there. And then you're going to stay out there for the 9 to 10.
Yes,
So,
and
yeah.
then Stephanie Cerna, she's
Yeah.
actually going to be in the march doing
Yes,
it
yeah.
for a story in the noon. So
Full coverage.
Yeah, I mean, and it makes sense, and it's very understandable. Again, the cold temperature is not really welcome, but hey, we're preparing.
Yes.
That's all we can
Hopefully
do.
everyone dresses warm. And yeah, stay safe.
Awesome sauce.
And again,
Okay.
for the kiddos that are wondering, school, they're going to go
Probably,
to school.
probably not. Obviously, they're out of school Monday.
Yes.
But if you're
Yeah,
hoping
yeah,
to miss
yeah.
2 days, no, ain't gonna happen.
Not
All
gonna
right,
happen.
Justin, thank you so much. Okay, so speaking of staying safe out there and warm, if you are
Yes.
in your car, make sure, one, you're driving safely, and two, you got the heater on in there, because
definitely
if you're
gotta
stuck
have
in
that
some
on.
type of traffic or anything, that's very uncomfortable to be driving
Yeah,
in.
seat warmers, make sure you have all that going on here. So Alex Gomez, he was off today, so hopefully Alex is doing well. So we've been trying to handle the traffic.
Yes.
You know, we do miss Alex being with us, but we do have a crash being reported 90 eastbound at Zarzamora, as we give you a look there at our TransGuide traffic cameras, and we take a look here at 1604 Gold Canyon. That one right there on 90 East is going to be our biggest issue right there again at Zarzamora. Everything else is looking okay across the city. Seen some stalled vehicles around Alamo Street. So if you're going around the Southtown King William area, just keep that one in mind as we give you one more look there at Kitty Hawk.
Hey.
1604.
Okay,
Yeah.
so again, the conversation is going to continue, guys. We want you guys to stick around with us, because after the break, we again mentioned when we were talking about the red dye
Yeah.
stuff
Ah,
earlier
yeah,
today.
yeah.
Got the
It's a big
conversation
topic.
fueled online.
Yes,
A lot of
yeah.
people are for this ban of red dye 3, right?
Yes, red dye number 3.
Okay, yeah. So we're going to get into the specifics on that. Patty Santos was working on it, did a lot of creative work, mentioned a lot of interesting facts for parents and
yeah,
stuff.
a lot
so,
of snacks that a lot of folks like to have, like to munch on for sure.
So we're gonna chit-chat about that.
Other thing is, before we go to break, this Wemby controversy, not for
Oh,
anything that he did
yes.
on the court, but a jersey that he gave a little boy recently. We're going to talk more about this.
You know I got a lot
Why
to
would a
say.
little boy be involved in a controversy with a Wemby jersey?
I got some
Okay.
stuff to say about that. Y'all, please stick around. Of course, don't go anywhere. You never know what you're going to get right here on GMSA Plus, streaming on KSAT Plus.
So we're
They're
just
kicking
going
us off
straight
our
to
first
TikTok.
stories.
Yes.
Okay, here we go, guys. Okay, the whole story behind TikTok, and I know there's a lot of TikTok fans out there. I'm not one of them, but here we go. Time appears to be running out for TikTok fans. The app is on track, though, to be banned in the U.S. this Sunday.
That's right. So the Supreme Court has so far passed up the chance to intervene. So in Congress, though, Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton has now blocked an attempt by Democrats to postpone that ban. A law passed by Congress last year requires TikTok's parent company, it's called ByteDance, to find a buyer not controlled by a foreign adversary. So that would be not controlled there by China. But with no sale happening anytime soon, Reuters reports that TikTok is preparing to shut down some of its U.S. operations.
So this is actually kind of funny, though, because look at us, guys. We back in the light,
Hey,
too, by
hey,
the way.
hi.
But it's funny because I was hearing rumors, and it might be just rumors, that they are all right now searching for an American buyer. And they were
Yes.
saying how soon-to-be President Donald Trump
Yeah.
is trying to find or give them time, like 90 days,
Yeah.
to get an American buyer. Somebody slipped in saying that Elon Musk might be
I've
looking
heard that
into
name,
it.
yes, yeah.
We don't know, so we're not quoting it, but we're just simply saying that there have been a lot of rumors circulating how to keep this app. But it's funny because we also found out that a lot of people, as soon as this was being taught in the works, a lot of people are downloading this thing called Red Note, which is kind of like I know, right? I
Yeah,
learned about that
yeah.
today. So apparently, this Red Note, which ironically is operated by, again, Chinese.
Yep.
This is something that is used over there because, ironically, TikTok is not allowed over there. It's such a
Okay.
crazy situation,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
a lot of people, I guess Red Note blew up overnight because TikTok may be banned, but it's a lot of stuff going in there. We still following up, and we know how popular it is with our kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I mean, yeah, the kids, I mean, they like do that doom scrolling like all day on TikTok. I personally, look, I already got enough stuff going on, like with social, just trying to keep track of everything else that's going on. But obviously, I know a lot of folks are into TikTok and even have some influencers that make money off of it too. Yeah, it's kind of like their lifestyle and stuff like that. But yeah, I forgot. I'm trying to think of the name of the other. It wasn't Elon. It was another like another tech bro that was potentially going to buy TikTok
Is
too.
it a known one? Like
it was an American one, yeah. So you know what? The name's slipping my mind right now. But yes, you mentioned earlier that it looks like President-elect Trump is trying to maybe find an American buyer for this. That's been kind of the big sticking point with TikTok for some time now.
Right. So and I don't have TikTok. So I have not been plagued by its addictiveness, but my mom has it. It's either
Your
like
mom's on
I know,
TikTok?
right?
Whoa.
It's the younger generation or the older generation because again, it traces your algorithm and it's just one of those things that keeps feeding you. So we're going to be following that. And again, TikTok may or may not be sticking around. We got to get into this red dye now. This whole conversation that's been big online. Food Drug Administration officials have banned red dye number 3. Now, what foods actually have the food dye in it is the question. So the dye brings a cherry red color to the food, typically found in candy, dessert toppings like frostings, maraschinos, cherries, and strawberry milk. It also are in sprinkles, cakes, and gum, and all that good stuff.
All right, so yes, popular foods though here, and I know a lot of my folks that out here like me, like their Doritos, Flaming Hot Cheetos. Those actually have something called red dye number 40. That is still regulated by the FDA. So if you're a fan also of Big Red, I know a lot of South Texas, that's a favorite there. That one uses red dye number 40 as well. Now, food manufacturers though have 2 years to change the ingredients in their products to no longer serve red dye number 3.
So apparently we reached out to online to see exactly what you guys were thinking, and some of you had a lot to say, even if it's in 2 words.
About time. Yeah,
Yes.
that's Elizabeth Gordon chiming in, and then we have. It looks like this is Shannon Blake saying, yes, 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 let's keep going. Don't stop there. And I guess the big question we were even talking about in our newsroom is what's going to happen with the red dye 40?
Yeah.
Because that is in a lot of products.
Yes.
That we see out there.
And like speaking with Patty, of course, Patty was on this story earlier in the morning. It was so funny because she was mentioning how having this red dye food, she's very careful about what she gives her kids because they react to certain things. So it was really funny. And then you have some people who are just like, it ain't doing nothing. So it's varying opinions around there. But the fact of the matter is that they're trying to get us healthy and trying to keep things that could be problematic out of our foods.
Yeah, so I will say this. I grew up drinking a lot of strawberry milk. That was kind of like
strawberry milk?
Yes. Okay, so
Ooh,
fun fact about me, I love anything strawberry flavored. Strawberry cake, strawberry cupcakes, anything just strawberry, strawberry, strawberry. Strawberry milk was my jam growing up, and apparently that's terrible for you. It was on the list.
I love strawberries, but I'm the type of person that got to eat it in either a candy form or the fruit form or cheesecake. I'll take that.
It in
but
milkshakes,
milk,
ice creams. I'm all about strawberry flavored things. The milk I've stopped, obviously, just in general. That was years and years ago. So at the time, obviously, it was all right. I mean, I feel okay.
I'm not judging, not judging. Well, guys, after the break, check it out. We're coming back with some more headlines of the day, including something dealing with Wemby, a boy, and controversy.
Yes, some controversy taking place with a Wemby jersey. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that. We're going to break this all down. You're watching us on GMSA Plus on the KSAT Plus app. Thanks again for being with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, GMSA Plus. Check it out. If you're streaming us on KSAT Plus, and we're giving you guys the topics that you want to hear about and that you are talking about, and we're talking it out for you and with you, okay? So this is something that you brought to my attention today.
We did. So you know what? I like the fact that we're bringing this up here because it's definitely kind of want to dive into this. But so, you know, Victor Wembanyama usually gives the kiddos after his games, he gives them a jersey.
Yes.
It's usually finds a kid in the crowd, gives them a jersey. It's usually a pretty heartwarming, sort of touching moment. But he did this recently in a game, and that jersey, Jaff, is now being auctioned off.
Lord bless it. Okay, so apparently it was a fan interaction that happened on the 27th of December after the Spurs beat the Brooklyn Nets, Wemby swapped jerseys with a young fan and gave Wemby one that might fit around, of course, his leg if he tried, because it was a tiny little boy.
Yeah.
And then there's a Wemby's jersey, which looked like a huge gown on him. But either way, it was something special that exchange, you know?
Right. So again, yeah, it was kind of like one of these funny viral moments because Wemby's so tall, this little boy, obviously a little 4 or 5 year old, he had this huge jersey that he was holding up, and then Victor's got this tiny jersey that he's got. But obviously now things have taken a turn with this story.
Yeah.
Almost 3 weeks later, we have now seen online, and I'm just looking this up right now, that game-worn jersey that little boy received is now being auctioned. So the fan, I don't know who did this, the family, the dad, they are putting this up on this auction site called Golden. I'm looking at it right now. You can start bidding for $10,000.
So it's still going on.
It's still going on. So
Oh
it could
my
go
goodness.
higher. So a lot of fans here are not too happy with this. Maybe the dad, the family, for doing this. Obviously, look, we don't know the circumstances, but it's a little shady, I would say. Yeah.
Obviously, it's getting a lot of negative reaction. But you ask yourself, what's Wemby saying? And Wemby didn't say much, but he did drop an emoji with tears. I think again, you can just tell he's an all-around sweet individual. Here are my thoughts behind this. Okay. So. And I'm not causing judgment or passing judgment because, again, like you said, we don't know the circumstances.
Yes.
We don't know if this family
we don't know.
Yeah, if maybe the family is in hard times and they need to get some, more money or whatever. And maybe that was a blessing in disguise that family needed that Wemby was able to contribute to. If that is the case, cool. If it's not, and if it's just a money grab from a dad who's just like, I'm about to take my son's gift because shoot, I can make some money, I can get some extra cash. If it's done in a selfish fashion, oh my goodness, look at this, guys. He's so cute. If it's done in a selfish fashion, then I got an issue with it because, again, one, that little boy could possibly be wearing that jersey one day because he was inspired by Wendy giving him that. And that ain't yours, Daddy. Like, I know that you just like, no, he's under my roof, that's mine. No, that's not yours. He gave it to that little boy, and he did it for a reason. And if Wemby knew you had the possibility of doing that, taking his gift, pretty sure he would have selected another kid in the audience.
Pretty sure he would not have given this, this little boy that jersey just for it to show up on the auction block.
Right.
I mean, literally like 3 weeks later. No, I mean, those are some great points, Jeff. Yeah, and again, we don't know the circumstances around everything, but obviously, Victor, you mentioned earlier, he tweeted out that little crying emoji, so he seemed a little kind of bummed out about it there as well.
Because he's not doing that as a free ticket. If he wanted to give people $10,000 a piece, he could easily do that. But he's giving people something that they can hold true. A fan who loves Wemby, who would cherish that jersey and could say one day to their kids and their grandkids in the future, look what your daddy got when I was 4 years old, 5 years old, however old this kid was. Look what I got. Look how cool this is. And he could pass that on to his kids generation to generation. But now, guess what?
It was an incredible moment. Yeah, an opportunity there for this little boy. And unfortunately, it's been marred by, these circumstances. And, so, it's a bummer. And again, $10,000 is the opening bid right now for who knows if that's going to go higher? We'll see. And then I don't know. It's kind of a.
It probably will go higher.
Not a great moment.
And again, like I said, I'm looking at both sides of the coin here. You guys know how I am. I tell it like it is. And again, I could be completely wrong one way or the other. But I just personally feel like if there is a situation going on like that, maybe you got to do what you got to do to keep your family fed.
Yeah.
And we're not trying to say this boy was broke or anything because apparently he was close enough.
He was in the front row. Yeah.
That Wemby got the jersey to him.
Yeah.
But again, if it was a situation where dad was just like, I'm about to make some, because you look at the little bootleg shoes off of Dorothy. Dorothy's shoe just got, I think E.T. was auctioned off for like millions of dollars. So maybe he's looking at that like, shoot, let's
dollar signs.
Exactly. And if you do that, that's kind of grimy. But that's just my opinion. I told you guys I had something to say on it.
Yeah.
No offense, no judgment.
Most people kind of agree with you again. So we'll see what happens here and ultimately how much this jersey sells for.
Right.
I mean, someone will buy it.
We might be doing some
one
follow-up.
of these traders or these memorabilia collectors will buy it.
And if you guys go back and watch this episode and drop some comments in the comment section, we might return back to it just to see what you had to say.
Yep.
But with that being said, thanks so much for rocking it out with us right
Yes.
here. GMSA Plus, you never know what you're going to get, what's going to come out of our mouths, but we're going to try to do our best to be with you along the way in your journeys, wherever you're at.
Exactly. Have a good one. Going to go do a cut-in, and then GMSA at 9 o'clock coming up in about half an hour.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.